I'm Dave Palumbo, founder of Species Nutrition. From my earliest bodybuilding days, I believed in only putting the best in my body. And that lives on in the Species Nutrition line of products. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
Will we ever see steroids legalized? And I'm assuming he means here in the US, legalized in our lifetime, or is there too much negative press behind it?
You know, if you asked me this question 10 years ago, I would say that never be legalized. And now, I see how HRT clinics are all over the place. Everyone's on testosterone replacement. It's not a big deal anymore. It's still illegal in sports, but I think at some point people are going to become congressmen. Everyone's going to become fatigued with the whole idea of arresting people for anabolic steroids. And they're just going to be like, you know what? Why don't we just tax the shit out of this stuff and regulate it? I mean, that's what they're doing with marijuana, right? I mean, it's no one's dying from taking, one shot of steroids, Yes, are there people who might die long term from abusing it for 25 years or 15 years or whatever the case may be? Sure. But if you can go into a pharmacy and buy real testosterone and real DECA and real whatever you want to use, Masteron, you think people would really abuse? I don't think people would abuse it as much. I think people would just take it for, it's so easy. This stuff works so much better than what I was using before. I don't even need to take as much. I think that would happen. And I think that we're going to look back 20 years from now and we're going to say, what a bunch of idiots. We were throwing people in jail for this. This is nuts. This is crazy. And I'm not talking about the guys who have these massive enterprises where they're selling, millions and millions. I'm talking about the guy who got caught in his car. He was driving, too fast, and he had steroids in his car, and he got pulled over, and he wound up doing, 6 months or 8 months, or because he had a lot of steroids in his car, and they hit him with an intent to distribute. I mean, we're gonna say we must have been the biggest morons. We should have just. What about if a woman has birth control? How come she wasn't getting arrested? It's just going to look ridiculous. Now we're in the midst of it, so it's not as ridiculous. But I think in 20 years from now, the laws are going to get a lot easier. And I think the more easy the laws get, and the more people don't really care about hormone treatments anymore, in terms of looking at them as illegal, I think that it's going to eventually become legalized. Because what's going to happen is all the young people who are coming up in this generation who are exposed to steroids on social media and see them are going to say, you know what, they're really not that bad. And they're going to get used to it. And those are the people that are going to become the congressmen and the senators and the legislators. And they're going to be like, why are we wasting our time arresting people and putting them in jail? The jails are too crowded already. Let's just legalize this stuff. Let's make some laws and control it and tax it. So yes, I do see a day when we're going to probably see legalized steroids. Whether it be in my lifetime or not, I don't know. But, I could see it in the next 20 years.